It's 4 a.m. and I just had the biggest wave of sadness just hit me. I just like, all of a sudden, I don't even know what. And it's going away, but it's just like kind of there. But like, I'm just like, damn, what just shifted? I've been up since 1 a.m. and it's been fine. And I'm just eating grapes in bed. Like, also, by the way, this whole stem was filled like, not even 3 minutes ago. Oh, and I feel so sick. I saw this video of bats up close, like their faces, like photographs of them. And I low-key want one huge. Like, I bet it would be bad and dangerous. But they're kind of cute. They're kind of ugly, but they're kind of cute. I'll also settle for like maybe like a giant chinchilla. But let me think about that one. But definitely the bat because it can fly. But it is nocturnal. But that's fine. How I kind of am tonight. I seriously feel like I broke the matrix because I went to bed at 2 p.m. Then I woke up at like 9 or something, or like 10. I don't know. But I was really confused. I thought I slept through 2 whole days. And then I woke up again. And then I woke up again and I was like, no. I'm up. Do you guys hear my stomach? I do not feel good. I love tortilla chips so fucking much. I even like the flavored ones, which some people only like the flavored ones. I don't like only the flavored ones because sometimes it ruins the salsa or the guacamole or the dip, and I'm all about chips and dip. You know, it doesn't ruin it, but it will after a while, in my opinion. And sometimes I just want to eat the chip and the dip. So dumb. This is kind of dumb to say, but I've been crush free for a while now. And so like I'm returning back to my roots of like fantasizing about like animated people or like people from books or like people from movies or like not really any. I don't really have any celebrity crushes, but like I kind of do if they're in a movie, I guess. You know, like I'm getting back to that kind of like daydreaming, like instead of being like, oh, like what if I ran into my crush or like my ex? Oh god, jeez. But but now it's like, also the chips are curing me. It's probably the carbs, right? But anyways, now I'm getting back to the point where I'm like, imagine I ran into Johnny Bravo. And he was like, hey, little mama. No, I'm kidding. By the way, I wouldn't like that, but I'm just saying, that was like, for some reason, the only guy I could think of. Also, a lot of people ask me, they're like, Sierra, do you have a plan, in, like, what are your concrete goals and what's your objective on this earth? And, like, I do have that, I promise. I wrote down, like, a whole list of shit I want to do. But also, guys, I would die a happy man. Like, I already swam with dolphins, I already skydived. Like, that's all I wanted. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, yeah, there's other stuff, I guess, but, like, I mean, if I were to die tonight, I'd be okay with that because I'm so happy for everything I've experienced. But of course, I do have, like, a dream career. I have, like, things I want to do, right? Like, in the Matrix. I'm kind of kidding, but I'm also being kind of deadass. Like, I do have, like, I used to be really, like, work-oriented. But then I just realized that, like, I'm really burnt out. And I think I've been recharging for a while. And I still work, obviously. I've never really stopped. I've been working since I was, like, 13. But don't, like, you know, work isn't even that hard. But I used to be able to be like, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, fuck it, I love it. But now I'm just like, downtime, need to connect with myself, need space, time to cry and fall apart. And at one point I was working at a pizza place like earlier, or like last year, 2025, and I was not ready. And I liked it, but I just wasn't ready. And I don't want to work in a restaurant anymore, I think. So I'm just gonna try to challenge myself with whatever future job. But I do have like an idea of what I really want to be doing. But I also understand that like I can't just like jump into what, because like the thing about goals is like you always want the goal. So you come up with the goal, you set the goal, you strategize, you attempt, and you might bounce between strategy and attempt a few times, and either people get rid of the goal or they achieve the goal, or it takes a long time for the goal to come running in. And the thing is, though, I have a lot of willpower, I guess. I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but like I can go through a lot of rejection. I can be scared. I can um be like, shit, I don't know if this is like I can be really resourceful, you know what I mean? So like whatever happens, I know that like if I really think something's worth it, I'll put my all into it. And if I don't, then I have full trust that wherever I end up is for the better. Yeah, I'm really grateful. No, but also I realized through talking with, because I've been rekindling rekindling with with an old friend, and we did like a little beautiful picnic, and I would insert a photo. I really would, because I'm so proud of our picnic um in the video, but like I would have to get CapCut and I don't have the storage. Fuck. But just imagine a beautiful picnic indoors. Just like fruit, chocolate, chips and guac, hot Cheetos. Just imagine. Okay. Breadsticks, pasta. I like the bow tie pasta. I'm all about bow ties. I love bow ties. Like, give me spaghetti bow tie form. I love bow tie pasta. Yeah, and then we drank a bunch of vodka, and she did this like really awesome psychology test on me. It was so fun. I loved it. It's like you're in a desert, you find like a cube, a ladder, a horse. She has you like describe it, and then she told me what it all meant. And it was really fun. And then she like told me about other people. But one thing I noticed in our conversations was I noticed a few things. First of all, I need to shut up and not like try to interject my opinions and theories because I know all. Um, uh, just because like I just want to ask more questions that like deepen the conversation. You know, I've noticed I just have a tendency to be like, my music taste, my opinion, my blah blah blah. Like, and I get that that's normal and we should do that, but I just want to spend less time doing it. And then second of all, um, I realized that some of the shit that we went through as kids, I didn't have the like, I couldn't help or understand what we were going through. And I wish I was there for them more. And it made me think about how, like, in my life, whenever some bad stuff has happened, I've kind of been like, well, this person wasn't here for me. They let me down this way. And then I'm like, wow, we really are just all humans. Because I do the same thing to them. You know what I mean? But mostly it just makes me go, oh, how can I be them for them now? How can I be a better friend now? And like, how can I be a better person for myself? And how can I understand people more? You know, and just understand that like at the time I was like a kid, you know, I didn't know, you know, but also understanding that same goes for everyone, you know. And I've always known that like some people can't or don't show up for us because they can't. But you know, it just I don't know, I really appreciated how that kind of awoke my eyes to like who I am as a person, you know. It really humbled me. But in not a bad way, not in a way of like I was like sitting there like, damn, I'm getting humbled. Just a way that I was like, yeah, I really am not the shit. Another thing that humbled me was that video I made the other day that I thought it was really profound, and I watched it back and I was like, bruh, I'm Captain Obvious. Peace and love though, like I'm just gonna try to talk because if I try, I know I always say this, but if I try too hard, I'll probably never say anything ever of value because I'll be constantly in this like performance mode. I realize like sometimes I can't record if I know someone's around because like I just like I like think it's like weird. It's so dumb. And even though like people are always around and I'm always recording around people. Oh, I was like, is this even getting me? Okay, I don't know if I already said this, but like, did I talk about how I want a bat, like a giant bat as a companion, like a pet dragon? I feel like that would help us have dragons if we figured out a juice to enlarge bats. Even though like I'm not thinking of the ethics, I'm not thinking of like the potential problems, so maybe we should research it, but that's my idea. That's what I'm throwing on the table. What about giant bats? I'm kind of a like really socially like I just like when when I go out in public and I'm just interacting with people, it's like fine. It's hit or miss. Like if you compliment me, I might get really weird. Um like if you acknowledge me too much, I might get weird, but like usually like if like I'm prepared for it, like it's like a restaurant, you know, or I just know, I'm usually a little bit better. But all of a sudden, whenever it's responsible, I'm horrible, bro. Like, like I had to go to the DMV, and like the amount of anxiety I had just sitting there, stupid. It's so dumb. Like, and it's so hit or miss with me. Like, and then I got called up, and then they like asked me a question, and this lady was there with her son because he's like getting his license for the first time, and I said no to one of the questions, which I usually don't say no to, and she was like, she judged me, like out loud. She's like, no, she judged me. And that's fine. People are entitled to that. But it increased my anxiety. And then whenever it was time to go up to like do my little fingerprint thing, I kept doing it wrong, apparently. And he was like, just stop moving your finger. But I was trembling and I was sweating. Like my fingertips were sweating onto the thing. So I had to keep wiping it clean. And it was just horrible. And I just want to say that if anybody had like a moment where they were like, I want to die, like, dude, that's my life. That's, and it, you know what? It didn't even fucking matter. And it doesn't matter. And even thinking back, I'm just like, God, why was I so anxious? But I really was. And I think it's because, like, whenever I'm in those moments, for some reason, I'm so much more sensitive. Like, I just wanted to cry. And since I couldn't, I was just more and more scared and more scared. It's so dumb. And I was fine. And it was easy and quick. But, like, I don't know. But, like, the guy next to me, he only had to put his hand on the fingerprint thing one time. And I bet he was thinking, like, what the fuck? But low-key, in my head, I was like, does this guy have something against me? Like the guy that was like working behind the counter? Because like, how am I really doing it that wrong? I just put it on there and it's supposed to scan it. Like, what the fuck? It's so dumb, and I really bet it is my fault. Like, I know it is. But I'm just like, how would I have messed that up? I don't get it. Like, I still don't even know what I did different whenever it was right. Like, I don't know why it was, because I just kept saying, oh, sorry, here. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I think I am putting it on there. Yeah, okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, sorry. Sorry. That's actually a real life impression of what it's like to interact with me. I hate it. I hate it. I'm just so anxious. But I'm really not. Like, if I meet you one on one, it's a little different. It really depends, bro. It's weird. Selective anxiety. So, fun fact, where I live, the state I live in, I used to have a favorite town. It was my favorite fucking town. And I love that town, and now I hate it. Because I met some people that were kind of evil that lived in the town. And it used to just be a town I traveled to, a town I used to like go sit in the park in all day and like walk barefoot and play in the river, dip my hair in the river. And I'm like, bro, I gotta find a new town. Because every single time since, my wreck actually took place very close to that town. And it just has bad energy. And bad things are happening whenever I go to that town. And I know it's not the town's fault, but I just don't like the town as much anymore. But it's kind of hard in my state to find a new town because it's like, fuck, I'm probably gonna have to drive an hour out. But I might do it, guys. I might. Because when you love something, you go to it. Me has no car, fantasizing about the summer trips. I will actually this summer. If anything, I'm gonna travel further. Because why haven't I? You know? Why not just randomly one weekend drive to the Four Corners? I'm close to it. Ish. Right? I'm part of it. I don't know, I guess, like, if anybody knows anything about solo travel, like, I'll definitely research it myself if I actually start doing that, because, like, I wouldn't want to break down in the middle of nowhere, you know, and have nothing to do, but, like, you know. So, I don't know, I was gonna say some bullshit in front